Hey guys, Agro Ninja here, and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 8. In this episode, we're going to continue to expand our auto crafting capabilities. Go take a tour of one of my friend's bases on the server, and begin to dive a little bit into Pneumaticcraft. So let's go get started. So like normal, we're going to take a quick tour to see what's changed in between episodes. And there really hasn't been any changes, but we may have made a small oopsie, which we're going to go take a look at now. You may notice there's some wood missing. Well, let's go downstairs because it gets worse, unfortunately. As you can see, most of the dark oak logs are gone. First impression, you might think, you idiot, you vein mined the base, didn't you? Actually, no. You're not gonna believe how I done this. So let's go take a look. The way I done this was with the digital miner. So there's a few ores here, and if we look in this chest, by the way, it did finish mining. It's full of ores except for 159 dark oak logs, which we're gonna grab, and one strip dark oak log. And I'm not really sure where that came from. I think I may have accidentally stripped oak log in a previous episode and just hit it. But for some reason, the digital miner, when I set it to asterisk ore, which I thought meant mine all ores, that's all it was gonna mine. And we're really lucky that the dock is above the level we set it to mine at, or we would have lost some of our dock. But if we look at the config now, my buddy has switched this filter. He said to switch to forge ;ores, and it would do all ores and not mine the wood. Hopefully, we'll have to test it. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys was our tree farm that I completely forgot to go over the changes that I made in the previous episode. So we did farm a whole bunch of dark oak logs, and we've got some saplings and some sticks and some apples. And then once we hit, I thought we had more than that. We must have been using some of it. Once we almost maxed this chest out, I switched over to oak. So now we're farming oak, and I've just added 2 extra functional storage drawers and got it filtered the correct way. And one nice side effect of this farm, you can see that I've got some bee nests. And these oak trees, I guess because they're vanilla oak trees, as they grow, they're randomly spawning these bee nests. So as they're spawning them, I've been coming and checking, hitting them with my pick, which has Silk Touch on it, and setting them over to the side. So we may look at setting up a bee farm in the near future. Not in this episode, but I wanted to at least show you guys this. So let's go ahead and head back inside and fix our oopsie. Now that we got our base put back together for the most part, if I miss anything, you guys can let me know, but I think we got it there. We're going to start working on expanding our auto crafting, and the first thing I want to be able to auto craft is 16K drives, because we're pretty full in our storage system, and if we was to pull everything we've mined with our digital miner and try to put that in our system, I don't think it would fit. And the first thing we're going to need is silicone, which is the base ingredient used for the drives. So we're going to create a pattern for silicone. And we got it on processing. We're gonna craft that pattern, and we're going to take one of these crafters because we're not even using one all the way. Oops, I may have messed up there. And we'll put those blocks back. We'll worry about that later. And I believe the way we're gonna have to set this up is attach it to this machine, and we're going to rewire this a little bit so we can make it look a little nicer. Oh, we just popped off our importer. We'll leave the importer. For now, we're just going to put it right here. I think we need to turn it into the machine. I'm not for sure all the way. Well, let's try using the immersive engineering hammer. There we go. And then we need some cable. And we should be able to stick this in. Yeah, see, basic smelting factory, so it can recognize that's what it is. But we need to go in here and set our config so it knows to input from the bottom. It's still outputting there. And we'll leave this open for now so we can continue to work on it if we need to. And now we should be able to go here and go to only craftables and tell it to craft. We'll say 20. So it knows that because we told the pattern that it took one of these to make one of these, it knows to send the crafter over there 20 nether quartz to make 20 silicone. So we're going to hit start. We should be able to see this in the crafting monitor. See, yep, it's processing them now. And if we go over here, you can see where it put the nether quartz in the smeltery, which in then turn made the silicone, exported it out, and as soon as it hit the system, it knew that it was complete. So that job is done, and now we have 20 more silicone. So let's go ahead and work on creating the rest of these. So I think I have this set up and I've cleaned our mess up. So if we take a look at the crafter, you can see we're crafting silicone, glass, basic processor, and improved processor. And we still got space for 5 more items on this crafter for this machine. And if we take a look at the machine, you can see where we set the input to the bottom and it's still outputting into our importer, which is attached to the side. So it'll send items through the crafter into the machine, and then the machine will auto eject back into the system, which will detect that the craft has been completed and is in the inventory ready to be used. And over here on this crafter, we filled it up. We're making, on top of our chest from the previous episode, we're making quartz enriched iron, the 1K storage part, the raw basic processor, the processor binding, the 4K storage part, the raw improved processor, the 16K storage part, and the 16K storage disk drive. I don't know if you guys remember the previous episode from a few episodes back. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. We went through a whole sequence of making just one of these 16K drives, and it took quite a while. Now that we have this all set up, watch this. You can see that it's an available item to craft. We're going to try to craft 2. We're going to hit start. And available. I think this is going to work. Let's try it. Let's watch our crafting monitor. So you can see where it's making all the parts. And it's done. Just like that. We have 2 16K drives. And I'm not a betting man, but if I did have to bet, I don't think we got much nether quartz left. Oh, we still got 266. That's surprising. I thought we were running low on nether quartz. Well, we're going to put these 2 drives into our next storage bay, which is connected. But we have more storage now available. So now we can work on pulling all of our ores from our digital miner into our storage bay. And to do that, we need to find some more ender pearls. We may have to borrow a few because I am running low. He has set up a nice little farm, which I have not done yet. I haven't done any mob farms. So he has plenty of ender pearls now. So we got enough to build a few ender chests, which is what I would like to build now. So we're going to go ahead and build a couple of these ender chests. I have already farmed some blaze rods a while back with the plan to do this, but finding ender pearls has been a struggle. So now we have some. So we're going to start with, we're going to build 2. And we're going to also need an importer. I don't have one, so we'll make one. Oh, we need to make a destruction core. Well, you know what we're going to do real quick? We're going to pop over to our pattern grid. We're going to search importer. We're going to make a pattern for the destruction core. And a pattern for the importer. Oh, we don't have any more patterns. Let's make a few more patterns. Here's a lot of enriched quartz enriched iron as well. No problem. We have this as an autocraft, but it's just as easy to do that real quickly. We'll make a few more patterns. And now, in the future, we can very quickly make our importers. So we'll just go ahead and craft like 3. Oh, we're out of something. We don't have something. Oh, cable. We need to set that as a craft as well. And we'll put that in there. Now we'll make a couple of importers. Yep, and we just need 1. And we have some cable already in our inventory. So we're going to pop out this. We are going to stick this right here. Before we do that, can we... we're just going to put it down right here. Oh, not the block. And it's not hid the best, but it will work. And to get to that, we're going to have to get behind the wall. One of these days, I need to clean this up a little bit better. And where is our chest at? It's right here. Should be able to plop our importer right there. I'm going to have to break this cable first. Going to break a whole lot of stuff. Now we should be able to pop it there. We'll worry about all this later. Now we need some dyes. Do we have anything that's red? And for anyone that doesn't know how ender chests work, they are a chest that you can access anywhere in the world that's connected to the same color code. So obviously, on a server, you wouldn't want to use the default white, because anybody could pop it down, open it up, and see what's in it. So we're going to set ours red, blue. Oop, not bucket of water. I was wondering what was going on. Red, blue, red. And we're going to set this one to red, blue, red. Oh, I messed up. And we got to make some more dye now. No big deal. Now we have it set the same color, and if we put this stone in this chest, well, that's not a good test because it got sucked into our system right away. So what I want to do now is we can add one extra layer of protection to this if we can find some diamonds. We can lock it. So on top of it being a different color code, it's also locked. So only we, it's our private channel. So now we have one plugged into our refined storage system. So anything that goes in this chest anywhere in the world will get pumped right into our refined storage system. So you can probably see where we're going with this. So we're going to head outside to our digital miner. So now that we're over at our digital miner, we're going to plop our ender chest right here next to this chest. We're going to attach this cable. We're going to grab our mechanism configurator. We're going to set this pipe to export, which I think in mechanism terms that's pull. And now it's pulling everything out of this chest into the ender chest, which is slowly, very slowly getting sucked into our refined storage system. So let's head back inside. I think we can fix that. And we need to build one more ender chest because we're going to put one on our excavator. Well, let's go do that. I believe we can make some speed upgrades if we don't already have some. Yes, speed. What other upgrades are there? What are they just called? Upgrade. We got speed, range, crafting upgrade, stack upgrade, silk touch upgrade, fortune. I'm not even sure why you would need some of these, but this stack upgrade, we definitely want some of these. I thought we built one of these because it was a stack upgrade. So that's good. Now let's take what we got. Oh, we need to make one more ender chest. So let's do that real quick. And we're gonna make one of these ender pouches as well. And now we need more red dye, which I keep typing in red, but it's beetroot. Which we have a few things of. And then we need a piece of lapis to make blue dye. Now we're going to set this ender chest down on the ground. Gonna map it red, red, then blue. Also need a diamond. Lock it. So now if you look in it now, see it's not, you can't see any of that. If we throw the diamond on there, now you can see it. And you can see this is locked up because it's struggling. So what we're doing is we'll come around here. We're gonna look at this importer and we're gonna throw a stack upgrade and then fill it up with speed. We're not, there we go. Thought we could do more. Now look at that. It's blazing fast now, which is what we want. So we don't need this other speed upgrade. We did one stack and then 3 speeds. So look at all the ores coming into our system. We have a ton of resources now. Well, let's go power up our generator and stick this other ender chest on our excavator. So we're over at our excavator and it is dark. I should have slept. I don't have a bed on me, so we're gonna grab our sword real quick. Kill these zombies. And is there anything in this chest? There is. So I don't have a logistical sorter on me. But we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. If the mobs will let us. And we're just going to... Well, we can throw that stuff in there because we won't need it. We'll throw that in there. That'll make it easier. And we'll just pull all this out by hand. Not too bad. And we'll stick it in the inner chest. Yeah, that's crazy fast now. And we're going to replace this sophisticated storage chest with the inner chest. And now those ores will dump straight into the inner chest, which will go straight into our system. And we're going to flip this on, and we're going to run it for a while. We got plenty of pyrogen. We're going to run it for a while, see if we can build up a big supply of iron. And I believe we're going to head back inside now before we get killed by a mob. We're back in the base, and I just realized I forgot to show you guys how this inner pouch works. So if we walk over to this inner chest, we can right click it, nope, shift right click it, and now it's mapped to this inner chest sequence. And if we right click it in the air, you can see we can open it. And the nice thing about this, let me grab some blocks because my inventory is empty. We'll just grab a stack of cobblestone. I can right click it and shift over into it. So now when we're out mining or doing something in the world and we want to get rid of stuff in our inventory real quickly, we can use that inner pouch. You guys don't know how happy I am to have an ender chest system set up and going. I don't like that we had to borrow the ender pearls for it, but it's not something that we didn't have because we've already had some ender pearls. We have just had to use them for other things, and we don't have a mob farm yet to get a whole bunch of them. And we also haven't been to the inn yet to get any ender lilies, which I don't even know if that's a thing in this mod pack. Ender lily. I don't know if that's a thing, but that is a problem for another day. What we're going to do now is we're going to head over to my buddy's place. He's ready to give us a tour, so we're going to head that way. How's it going, Misfit?
It's going.
What we got here? Kind of small.
For starters, it is. This is my original starting place. Of course, you got your stable, which somebody left my gates open, so I gotta find my horses. And here's just your basic starter base. Nothing too fancy. But the real fancy, at least for me, going through the bookshelves.
I didn't just take all your food.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
If
these
you
are
want,
neat. I haven't seen these before. I don't use these.
this is the first time I've used these too. They're called cloud box chests. And you actually link them to a regular chest. You use the balloons. I don't know if the balloons are showing up for you.
Yes, I can see them.
But you take the same color balloon, connect it to a wooden chest, and it will actually float into the air. And it's almost like an ender chest. The more chests you have in the air, the more inventory you have. But it's linked to one person, so nobody else can really see in them.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
And this is my workshop. So you've got your basic smelter, alloy kiln, coke oven. This is kind of where I
Tinker
just
stuff. Some tinker
tinker stuff, yeah. And of course we've got a water wheel outside producing a little bit of KE or KF,
FE. FE. K, the little K is 1,000. So
1,000.
yeah, but it holds 100,000 FE.
And then if you want to follow me through here, we've got a little bit of different stuff. Of course,
I'm
who can
creative.
go with creative? Who can go without an enchantment table? Thought about making it into its own little room in here. Not that it helps, but it's different.
I like
And
these
of
stacked
course,
bookshelf. That's a nice touch.
I just discovered that if you just take a regular book or any kind of book, whenever you break them, it'll actually give you whatever books you lay down back. So that's just kind of some of my oh shoot, some of my spell books and stuff. I just threw them on the floor to get them out of my way.
But they look good for decor. I'll have to
Yeah, they do.
play with that with my little room that I've created that I need to finish.
Of course, what's a base without a fish tank? I've got a few in there, not much.
Or create.
Must have more create. The steam engine is really cool. Of course, it powers itself and builds its own water. And you've got your blaze burners. So if I actually grab a piece of coal and feed the blaze burners, it'll actually speed up.
I see that.
So
Getting
your
very
grind,
fast.
my grind wheels can get some speed to them.
You have to manually feed this.
Yeah, for now, I just haven't automated the feeding, but it does automatically pick up.
You could probably. I wonder if you could put like a dropper above it or a.
Yeah, and if
Something
you
like
really
that.
wanted to, it's got a conveyor belt and other stuff that's meant to go with it. I just didn't do it. Of course, you've got your big crafting table for create for those large projects. And then I like to keep a little bit of something hidden, so if you want to go downstairs...
I guess I'm not allowed.
Seriously?
It just shut
Oh,
before I could come down.
Oh, yeah, the timing's a little off. And this is kind of when you start getting into your mechanism and your refined storage. And a little bit of a storage stores.
You have a lot of water.
A lot of water. I need more fish.
Can you breed fish?
No, unfortunately you can't.
Wonder
And
if
I do have some...
they may despawn on you if they're not named, and I don't even know if you can name fish. I'm assuming you can.
I don't know. Hopefully not. I need to because I've got the two of the, what is it, ocelots? Also, they were right here.
Ocelotl.
Yeah, ocelotl.
Or is it axolotl?
Oh, I'm not sure. They haven't despawned on me yet, but then again, I haven't left base, so it'd be
Friendly
disappointing if they do.
mobs may not. I still like to name anything that matters.
Yeah.
There's your other one.
My almost invisible drop floor that looks like you're about to walk on water. Seafear almost freaked out when he first seen it.
You're creating a lot of melons.
Yes.
So you can stack those upgrades. I did not realize that.
Yes, you can stack the upgrades. You can pull the upgrades out and upgrade the upgrade if you don't have more item than what, you know, as long as it's not over. Like right now, I don't know if I can get it. I may be able to pull one of these out. No, yeah, I can pull out the copper one and go upgrade it.
I would recommend making the configuration tool so you can lock them, because someone could come in and do this right here.
Yeah, that's true. I do have the configuration tool.
Yeah, all you gotta do is right click them, you go lock them. There we go. That's locked. There you go. All right, we can move on. It's a lot of watermelons and biofuel for 4 biogenerators.
That's just the showcase one. So I'll show you the true power source of the whole build.
A significant amount of biogenerators there.
I believe it's 20. Is it 24?
You got 13 in each row, so 13 times 4. You got just on one side. You've got 26.
So 108 altogether.
Oh.
And I'm tempted to extend it out, but I just haven't. This is just kind of your hidden attic, I guess.
More
you know, it's not
biofuel.
that pretty, but more biofuel. I figured if I'm going to keep all of this running, I might as well have more than what I need.
Well, your base looks pretty cool. Is there anything else?
I believe that is it. I don't have anything else spectacular to add.
You got a significant amount of diamonds. Wow.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of junk.
Oh, well, I'm gonna head back to my base and get started on some Pneumaticcraft.
Oh, have fun with it.
To get started with Pneumaticcraft, I've built the PNC manual and I've taken a quick glance at it just to know what we're looking at. So if we go to the main menu, there's chapters, and we're gonna go take a look at getting started. And essentially, we need more compressed iron to build anything. And the only way we can create that at the moment is to throw our iron on the ground and blow it up with TNT. So that sounds fun. I believe we got some TNT. We'll take a quick peek in our system. Yeah, we got 12. I really don't know what the ratio is. I know there's roughly a 30% loss. So we'll take like, I don't know, we'll take like 2 stacks, which means we really need to make some more iron. But that's okay. We got plenty of iron now. So we're going to go throw a few stacks of that in our crusher, and then we'll run them through our arc furnace. And we'll probably work on upgrading some of this to ender chest so we can automate some of this. But for now, we'll just manually dump it in there, make sure it's on, and we'll come throw this in the arc furnace later. So let's check on our fuel. So yeah, this has continued to go up, and this has not dropped below 32,000.8. So we are slowly using beetroot. So I don't think we're creating enough beetroot, but I think we are creating enough seeds for plant oil. And that may be going down. So we still may be burning more fuel than we're creating. Oh well. It's not something we're going to use very much moving forward. But let's go somewhere where we're not worried about TNT damage. I'm not too worried about TNT damage down here. So we're just going to stick a piece of TNT over here. I'm not sure how much to do. Let's try 16 for a test. We'll go ahead and blow that up. And we got some pressed iron ingots. So we only lost 2. Let's try 32 and see if it's able to do that much. I would prefer not to use up all my TNT. It's crazy. The TNT doesn't do too much damage to the deep slate. And the next thing I want to work on is this chamber, pressure chamber, the 3x3x3 pressure chamber. And these are the components we need. I think we have enough stuff to make this now. I think we only need 1. So that completes that quest. So we'll go ahead and take the rewards for that. And I was looking earlier, I noticed that we knocked out another automation quest earlier when we built the ender chest. So we'll take the reward on that. And going back to Pneumaticcraft, we got the tubes already. Air compressor itself doesn't look too bad. I think we got most of this. Let's do air compressor. That completes. Nope, we got pressure gauge tube module. There, and now we have a way to power it, I believe. So we'll take the rewards for that. Basically says take caution when building your pressure chamber. So we should probably set this up somewhere outside away from our building and test it out. So let's work on that. So I think I got this thing figured out. Like I said before, I haven't played with Pneumaticcraft at all. And we got the multi-block to form correctly without any errors. There's a warning. Probably just because it wants items. And you can't physically like put blocks in here. It has to get pumped in and it has to get exported this way. I'm hoping that these pipes will work. I have not tried this yet. And we can put some coal in here to start generating steam. And we don't really probably need that much. Or not steam, but compressed air, which is what powers Pneumaticcraft. And I'm hoping we can come over here, dump these iron ingots in here, and yes. Oh, did they go in? I believe so. Not sure what happened. So I figured out my issue. And it is back up to almost 2 bars, so it should be about ready to create an ingot. And you can see there's one in there waiting. And essentially, in true Agro Ninja fashion, I was trying to insert into the output and output into the insert. So, and I actually just said that backwards. I was trying to insert into the output and output into the, and output out of the insert. There, that was a bit of a tongue twister, but it should be almost at enough pressure. And it just created pressed iron ingot, and I believe it just created more. Oh yeah, it did all 32, and we didn't have any loss. I thought it was supposed to be a 20% loss using this, but we didn't lose any. We are going to pull our fuel off of here because we don't want to. Worried if we just let it keep generating, it'll blow up. So we're going to pull that fuel out for now. And we're going to take our compressed iron ingots. And it is very obvious that I need to do a lot more research before we get any further into Pneumaticcraft, but at least we got started and we built our chamber. But I think for today, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We got some more auto crafting established. We built some ender chests. We went on a tour and we started getting into Pneumaticcraft. If you did enjoy the episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Agro Ninja, and that's a wrap.